What's up, YouTube people? I want to thank all you guys for taking out time out of your busy day, checking out my content on Mr. Brown 57 YouTube.com. So it's a beautiful Sunday. So this is what I'm doing right now, working on my Axel SCS10, the first gen. So I'm gonna flip this cam and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing today. All right. So I'm gonna put this cam on my head right quick. By no means, I am no expert. Okay, so what I'm basically doing is I'm changing out my shocks for some aluminum shocks that I bought off of Amazon, if you can see right there. And so I think I paid maybe like $40 for all four of them. So I'm basically just changing out the oil, and I'm going with a little bit thin weight oil. Everything. So the oil that I'm using is a 15 weight. I kind of prefer, I wouldn't mind having 10 for the crawlers. I just feel like with 10 weight, the shocks gives a little bit more. Okay, you can see that by the rebound pressure from this shock, you can definitely tell that it needs to be serviced. So normally what I do is as soon as I find my brush, this is a must. This is a plastic brush. So what I normally do is wipe these off so it doesn't mess the threads up. It just makes it easy for it to come off and everything. So just like that, roll that down real quick. I don't want to bore you guys, you know what I mean? So roll that down like that. Put it over there and then screw this cap off. And that's one thing I don't do, try not to do, is over tighten the caps. All right. Okay. Now, stick that in there, the little holder. And then I come over here on the mic glass. I don't know if the camera can see it. I come in here and I push that in. Make sure I seal those in. I don't use nothing with a sharp edge or nothing like that. Put that down in there like that. Take a piece of paper towel. Wipe it out. Set that over there. Come on out of there. And you can see that all is dirty. So I have a bottle over here, so I pour it in here. Let me slide it back up. So you can see it's just coming out like that. And slowly push it. Turn it. Get all that old junk out. There we go. There's more of it coming out. Push it down. So this bottle right here, I'm gonna pour it off in my recycle oil. And then I take it to AutoZone. You can see right down there, I don't know if the camera can pick up, see that dirty debris in there. So I take a piece of paper towel, turn it, go in here, like that. Go down in there. Now, some people use Q-tips. I don't like Q-tips. I feel like Q-tips leaves those little fiber hairs in there. See all that dirt? Now we got that done. Now, what I found is, this just happened to be a piece of rubber that I had. You can see. And what I did is I measured it like right here. That's how I measure it, each one. Because the reason why I do it, I want my fluid level to be right there, is that since it's a crawler, my shock will come all the way down to almost to the very bottom. Now, if you got like a Trax or a T-Max or a Slash or something that's doing some jumping, then you'll want that shock to come down to about right there, because you don't want it to bottom out and damage that seal. So being a crawler, it doesn't really matter if it comes all the way down because you're not really doing any jumping. You're just trying to get all the travel. You're trying to get all the travel that you possibly can get. So I come over here, then I start filling it up. Until it measures out with this rubber. About 2 more little drops. But you know, you got, if you search all over YouTube and all over the internet, you got so many different people say this way, that way, this is way, that way. I always tell people like this, you know, how do you fold a towel? There's many ways to fold a towel, so there's no perfect way. You know, now if you like doing this for a living, if you like doing a Baja racing or something like that, that'd be a whole different story. But that's what I do. Now we'll come back over here under a microscope, magnifying glass. Let's see back out here, right there. Now put the cap on. So I take my time. This is the most crucial part right here, is making sure you put that cap on correctly. Because if you cross thread it, man, it's done. All right. And then when I tighten it with my wrist, not my arm, with my wrist, because that's good right there. Now, nylon brush all the debris off of it, from the little dirt, sand. Now, what I do now is I squeeze it. Watch how it should rebound back out. So it's gonna rebound a lot faster than that once I put the spring on it. And see, you can see it's only about that much from totally fully rebounded. But that's what I want as a crawler. That's really what you want, because you're moving slow. You want your rebound, the shock to extend out slow and go back in slow, so that gives you more smoother control. But that's basically how I do mine. But I would prefer to have 10 weight, but 15 I think is okay, and I think that's going to be really based on. Oh, let me put the sleeve on. But I think 10 weight, like I said, is what I prefer to have. And see how smooth that's sliding up there by just taking a nylon brush and getting all the debris off of it. And this just extend the life of your shock. Don't have to worry about wearing your threads out. And so I just snug that up like that. And then bring my springs over here. Now, what weight springs these is, I do not know. Like I said, I bought these off of Amazon. You know, I hear a lot of people say, well, you know, my shock was leaking. I just think a lot of things goes into play, you know, what makes your shock leaks. You know, because certain type of shocks are just not built for jumping. You got to buy some high quality shocks for that type of stuff. But that's how I do my shocks on mine. Yep. But like I said, the actual shocks that come with the axles, they're not really that bad, you know. But see, you can see how hard that is. See how hard that is to squeeze. Now, if I take this one, as you can see, real easy, real easy, real easy. See, now with the spring on there, the rebound is kind of like stiffens up right as you get at the very end. But that's kind of like what you want, though. Gives you that smoother control. Yep. And so what I'm doing now, I'm switching out wheels. So these were some wheels that I bought off of Amazon. It was like for the wheels and tires, I think were like $40 and everything. And I like to change up every now and then. So these right here with my TSS Swampers. I want to buy me another pair, and I'm gonna get me some different rims to go with it. I mean, they're cool, but I just like the looks of these rims, and then I like the looks of these tires. But that's basically what I'm doing. Yep. And so what we got here, I got a Hobby Star motor, it's a 2500 kV motor, and then I'm still running the same, still run the same axles. stock axles, and then I bought a 20-gram servo, was first upgrade, and then flip it around here. And this right here, we just basically like just give it a little bit better customization look and everything. And then I bought a Toro speed controller, 150 amp, so never worry about starving for power. And then I'm gonna show you the other side, what she's looking at. So you can see the aluminum look really nice. Like I said, I don't drive the thing in the snow. I don't beat up none of my toys, because if I decide I want to sell it, then I know I can get good money for it, because everything's in really good condition. That's just me. You know, each to his own. You do what you want to do with yours, but this is how I roll with mine. I just like keeping mine in good condition. I bought these little hooks, toe hooks, for customization look. And then I had to when I bought this bumper, I didn't think of in mind that the tires, when they come up, if they was gonna like rub, but they did, so I had to end up cutting them off. So that's why they ended up cutting off. And then at one point I had put the lights in here. That's why these 2 holes are there, but that didn't work out, so I ended up sticking the lights up in there. It is what it is, so I ain't trying to win no award for the best looking. But I really like this little truck. It's one of my favorite toys to play with. And I'm using the stock axle speed control radio, so it all works out really good. Fan cool. So this is basically what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm using 15 weight, some base aluminum shocks. So far they've been really good. Haven't had no leaks or nothing like that. But that's and then I'm running like a 7.4 volt battery. I mean, with the speed control, if I wanted to, the setup, I can run 11. But then 7 is really good, so I don't really want to overdo it, because 11 just gives more power and the chance of breaking these axles, these drive shafts. So that's why I'm staying with the 7.4. It does really good. I don't starve for power or anything like that. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed this little short clip. So this is the body. As you can see, this the actual piece that came with the original, so I just took it off, put it on this, customized it. All right. Hope you guys have a good Sunday. Peace out. God bless. Bye.